So Umka, should we start with the interview?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Umka, just write two functions.
Yes, sir. Sir, okay.
Write whatever function name you want. Write two different function names. Write another one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now inside add num function, write console log of add. On the
Uh,
next line, write return 100 plus 100.
yes, sir.
And similarly in subtract, write console log of subtract and write return 200 minus 100. Return.
Yes.
Okay. Now take go outside the function and take a variable, write let a or let b, whatever you want. Okay, and inside the parenthesis write add num function, comma subtract num function. Function. You for yep, for add num as well. And on the next line write console log of a.
Yes, sir.
And now tell me what will be the output and why.
Sir, the output will be 0 because after add num we are writing the subtract num, so it will just execute this function, and as the function is returning 200 minus 200, so it is 0.
Okay, so output will be 0. That's it.
But yes, the console.log subtract, we are not defining subtract, that what is subtract, so there might be.
Can you write as a string? Write
Okay,
it as a
string. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
string. Okay.
Also add as a
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Sir, the output will be only 0.
Only 0.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Y- yes, sir.
Okay. And inside the function, the console log statements won't execute.
It will execute, but they are not. We are not returning the console.log. We are only returning that 200 minus 200. Because if we don't have any return type here, if we just omit the return type, it will just show undefined because we are not returning. But in here we are just returning the 200 minus 200, so I think
Yeah,
that
0 will be okay. Fine. Why 200 won't print?
so we have not written any log to uh,
Return to 100 plus 100 is there, right?
yes, sir, 100 plus 100
And we are
because
assigning it to A.
yes, sir.
So what happens to that return?
uh, Sir, I'm not I can't recall why add this function won't log. I just
Okay.
I think okay.
Okay. So so what will be the final output?
Sir, 0.
0. That's it.
K is equal to subtract num so dot log a. It is returning 0. Yes, sir. I think that's it.
Okay, run this then. Please run this. If you can zoom the
Yeah.
screen in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So can you see
Yes, sir.
add and subtract got
Yes,
printed?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now I realized my mistake, sir. Sir, as we are defining the function, the when this script is getting executed, it is first entering this function.
Yes.
So the console.log add line, it confronts this line and it executes it. So we are getting the output from add, and next we are getting subtract num. So here also uh, it first executes this line and we get the line get the output subtract. uh,
Can you zoom out the code?
okay.
Can you check a little more so that all the code get seen? Can you see there is 100 plus 100? What will happen to that return?
It is got okay. So first the console.log add, it got executed, then it is returning 100 plus 100, which is 200. So a is getting 200, but after
Okay,
that subtract num is getting executed, so we also get the console.log subtract. So this is the subtract is occurring,
okay,
then we are returning 200 minus 200 0, so a is getting updated here. So
okay,
finally we are getting the return type as 0, but as we have also like written the console.log add and console.subtract while executing this script in a sequence. I think this is getting also executed, this is getting executed, so we are these are getting logged, and
okay,
finally the a is getting the value 0 from this return statement. As it,
okay,
if we alter the sequence, it will get 200,
okay, okay. So
like we are.
you mean to say it got overlapped?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you remove that return statement from the subtract now?
Okay.
Yep. And now what will be the output?
I think, sir, the output is undefined.
Undefined. Okay. Okay. Only.
Undefined or two. It's. I think it is 200 because the A is getting 200, but after that it is not getting written anything.
Yeah. So not
Undefined.
returning anything means nothing. You mean to say
Yes, sir. I think it is undefined, sir.
not 200.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 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 Only undefined it will print.
Uh, no, I think it will print the add and subtract and then undefined.
Undefined. Okay. 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 That's fine. Okay. Can you tell me what is find function?
Dot find, it finds a specific element in an array.
It
Uh,
finds a specific element in an array. Okay, so suppose there is a array, okay,
yes, sir. Yes.
and 1 2 3 4 5, and again there is
One, two, three, four, five, one. Yes, sir.
one
It only finds the first occurrence of an
first
element in an
occurrence.
array.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. What are the array methods you have worked on?
I have, sir, worked on the reduce. I have worked on map.
Okay,
Mostly, I have worked on map and filter. So,
okay.
reduce, map, and filter. These are the three functions that I have worked the most. Apart from that, there are many functions, but I don't. Uh, I don't remember all of them.
For
Like,
each, do you know for each method?
y- yes, sir.
So can you tell me the difference between map method and for each method?
Sir, the map method will return a new array. It will create a new array, but the dot filter method won't create a new array. It's just sorry. The for each method won't create a new array.
For
It,
each method won't create a new array.
it will just modify the
Existing.
existing array.
Okay, okay. So suppose we'll go to the find function, and
Yes,
suppose the element you
yes,
are
sir.
searching for
Yes, sir.
is not present.
Yes, sir.
So what it will print then?
Uh,
If there is an array 1 2 3 4 5 6,
hmm.
and you are searching for element 7, with the help of find method you want to find the element 7, and you print it, console log it. What it will print then?
So array dot find, what it is returning is that it is returning a element. If the element is not in that array, then it will print. Uh, I think it will give an uh, not found
Not
error.
found.
Error, I guess.
Are you sure? Or like
Uh,
you are guessing
I'm
it?
I'm not sure, sir. I'm just
Okay,
guessing.
okay, fine. Can you tell me what are events?
Events are it occurs in the life cycle of a uh, component in React. So like
In
if
JavaScript, have you worked with events?
yes, sir, I have worked on event. Like I define a function which is let's say it is the event handler,
Okay.
and I put that event handler in a event listener inside the element. So like if I use the on-click event listener, so if I and inside the on-click event listener, I have mentioned the event handler function. So on clicking, that event will
Okay,
get triggered.
okay. There are certain mouse events.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me those?
Sir, there is mouse out,
Mouse out,
the
okay.
mouse in, and mouse out, mouse in, and I think mouse up or mouse down is there on clicking, so it triggers when uh, the mouse button is like is released. Then a event like that. I'm not uh, fully memorized. Ever tried.
Okay. Have you used click, double click,
I have
mouse events?
uh, I have
Okay,
used
the form events. You can tell me some form events.
form events.
Submit is one. So,
Submit
yeah.
is one. Yes.
Can you tell me others?
Submit. No, sir. I don't
Okay.
recall any other.
Okay, fine. Can you tell me if you can about the keyboard events?
No, sir.
Okay, no worries. Can you tell me what is browser object model?
Sir, browser object is the parent of like uh, it is the parent of a document object model. I think.
So what it does?
The-
What's the purpose of browser object model?
Uh, it basically provides us uh, the provides us the layout to execute our DOM, I guess.
Okay, can you tell me what is server side rendering?
Server side rendering. Sir, if we like instead of browser, we are using Node to execute to run our Node as a runtime instead of browser. Then if we render that, the I think the UI that is rendered on the side of the server is not the server side rendering. It is rendering on side. There is the opposite is client side rendering.
Okay. There are few ways for handling asynchronous operations.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me those
Uh,
ways?
Actually, so basically there are three ways of first is we can use callback, but as
Okay,
that is not a good method because it can lead to the callback head and it can lead to the pyramid of doom.
okay,
The codes become very messy. On top of that, if we improve a little bit, then we can use the promise object,
okay,
and the promise function. If a function new promise we create, it will return us a promise, and on that promise we can handle the promise like using dot then or dot catch. But that just improves the code syntax like a little bit. The best way is to use async await.
okay,
So if we define a async function, it automatically returns an promise. And inside the async function, if we await something, that await is handling the promise.
okay,
So there will be if promise handling, there are two types of output. The one is resolve and one is reject.
okay,
So if the promise get resolved, then we get the if we define the resolved output, it will get the result. And basically the promise have three states. one is pending, one is fulfilled, and one is rejected. So
Okay,
the
okay,
promise update.
okay, okay. That's it. That's it. Can you tell me? Can we use await without async?
No, sir. Only await is used only in a function that is defined as async.
Okay. Can you tell me what do you mean by function expression?
Function expression.
Yes.
Uh, so when we are defining the function,
Can you give
uh,
me an example?
okay.
You can
So,
comment this all out.
sir, this is the function expression, I think. Yes.
This is the function expression. Are you sure?
Function expression.
Are you guessing it out or you are sure?
No, I'm not completely sure. So that
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Can you tell me about promise chaining?
promise chaining. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Like if we need a synchronous, like synchronous execution of our code. Okay. So let us suppose that we are requesting something from the API server through the API. So we need one output after a delay of another output after a delay of another, like sequentially. I need output one, after that I need output two, after that output three, not at the same time. So we can inside a promise we can chain using dot then,
Okay.
like inside the a promise there is a function, it is returning a promise, so we are using dot then. Inside the dot then we again invoke that function for another id or
Okay.
another and we are using another dot then. So this is promise chaining. So
Okay. Can you tell me what is promise? What promise dot all method does?
promise dot all method, uh
Are you aware of it?
no sir, like,
Okay, no worries. What is event delegation?
sir, I'm not, I can't recall what
Okay,
is.
no worries, no worries, no. Okay, tell me what is block scope?
So the block scope, like if I define this function, the inside of these brackets, this is a scope, that is the block scope.
Okay,
So if I I define a variable using let equals to something, let a equals to 2. So this variable is only can be used only in this scope only.
okay,
So this
okay,
is showing a block scope.
okay. Do you know what is throttling concept?
Sir, I have heard about the throttling, that it it is something that I have seen in the network tab actually of the browser, throttling, but I'm not
Okay,
fully sure what is it, what what it is.
okay. So you haven't heard then debouncing as well?
No, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me about the local storage and session storage difference?
Session storage is more like a temporary storage. Like on reload, it will just uh, delete everything from the session storage. But local storage, I think it is more permanent. Like if I oh, okay. In session storage, if I reload, the data gets automatically removed. But in local storage, on reload, the data is not
On
removed.
refreshing it doesn't get disappear, whereas on closing the tab it gets disappear. You save the data, right? In
Yes, sir.
local storage. So
Yeah.
how you save? In which
Uh,
manner? In a only value you save or like
in a key value
key
pair.
value pair? Okay, okay. You can comment this function. Okay. Write a variable with value 2. keep it as let.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and take a variable a, let a equals to negation of pre-decrement of
A
num
decrease.
value. Pre-decrement of num value. Do you know pre-decrement? Yes. And you can write for b as well, again the same. Let b equals to negation of num value, pre-decrement of num value, negation of pre-decrement of num value. And do on the next line console log of a comma b. A comma b. And now tell me what could be the output and why.
Num value is 2. We are pre-decrementing.
Do
So,
you know the difference between pre-decrement and post-decrement?
yes, sir. In post decrement, the value is decremented after it is being called, and in post decrement, the after it is being called. In pre decrement, it is first decremented and then called.
Okay.
So, in num value 2, so it is decrementing first. So minus 2, it is 1. So a gets 0. Is furthermore decremented. No, but this is asynchronous. Nee, B is also written. I think negation of 1 is 0. It is pre-decremented first. Okay, 1 1. I think 0 0 will be,
Both will be 0.
yes, sir.
Arisha?
Negation of -1 is okay. No, norm value is first pre-decremented, so it is getting 1. After that, it is again decremented, or is 2? They are getting the same. No, this is 1. This is 0. Okay, 0 and 1 will be the answer.
0 and 1.
Yes, sir.
Arisha?
Yes, sir.
What will be the value of, okay, what will be the pre-decrement of num value
Pre-decrement of num value. Sir, at A or sir at B?
at a?
Sir, at A, first the num value is getting decremented, so it
Okay.
becomes 1. So
1.
num value
1 negation of 1 will be
0, sir.
0 or false. I'm
Oh,
just
yes, sir.
asking, okay.
Yes, sir. 0, that is false.
So it will print 0, or like a will have 0 or a will have false. I'm just asking.
Sir, false and true. First A is false, then B is true.
Are you sure it will be false and true?
Negation of 1. Yes, sir. I'm sure.
Okay, okay. Do you know what is immediately invoked function expression?
Yes, sir. Like if I uncomment this function, right? Uh, or let me just one thing. Just let me uncomment this function. So
Okay.
if I do this and I call this, so this is a IIFE, I guess.
So what it helps in?
It it just okay. If I have to, if I do not want to call this function to execute this function, and I just want this function to execute once, so I can use this IIFE. Like it will just execute. I will get the add, and I don't have to call this function to execute. It executes on. If I just write this, it is getting executed, and we are getting the value.
That is the purpose of IFE, immediate invoke function expression.
That is purpose. I think. Uh, I'm not sure what is the purpose, but the
Okay,
functionality is, I guess, the this one.
okay, okay, okay. Okay, there are certain ways for declaring immediate invoke function expression. You showed me one way. Are there any other ways or like?
Uh, Sir, I'm not. I don't have the
Okay, you are
knowledge of
okay.
any.
Okay, no worries, no worries, no worries. Uh, can you write? You can comment this all out. Write console log of uh, write plus of string triple five.
Yes.
No need to write parentheses. Just write in as a string triple five. As a string triple five. How you write?
Sir, I'm not.
How do you write name as a string?
Okay.
Yes, write triple five there.
Triple five.
Yes. No need to write string. You have written as a
Oh, 555. It's yes, sir.
yes. Okay. And on the next line, write console log of plus triple five plus
Plus.
triple five. Yes. And what will be the value in both the cases?
So this is a string, uh, and I am saying this plus, so it will act as a concatenation, and this is plus 55. Plus 55 of what? Should be something on this side. This that. There is nothing that is undefined. Undefined plus.
Are you aware of it?
No, sir. I have never.
Okay. Okay. No worries then. No worries. What is the use of is nan?
Is
Nan.
never. NN. Uh,
Is
okay.
nan.
Is NN is
Is
like it
nan
is.
function is there, right?
Uh, is NN function? I don't know,
There
sir.
is
But
inbuilt function of is nan.
oh yes, I don't know, sir. But I have like it in result. I see that NN is there whenever the function is not executable. Like this one.
Whenever the function is not executable,
Or
the output will be nan.
no, sir.
Okay, in which scenarios we receive nan?
Uh, like we're trying to if we are trying to console.log, which is syntactically not possible, then I think
Can you show
I.
me an example?
Uh,
Okay, before going ahead, just tell me what is nan.
Sir, I can't recall what is. Like, I'm
Do
not.
you know full form of nan?
No, sir, I'm not able to pinpoint
Okay,
what exactly is.
okay, fine then. No it is. Can you tell me ES6 features?
ES6 features.
Yes. Arrow functions.
Yes, error functions and
Yes.
the state hooks and
State hooks.
like use state hook or use that is like
These are the hooks we
but
use
that
in React
yes,
and ES6 features.
yes. So ES6 is basically the syntactical standard. Like
So there was we moved from ES5 to ES6. So there are few features included in ES6. So I just want to know about that.
sorry, sir, I am
Okay.
not able to.
Okay, fine. No worries. No worries. Okay. Are you aware of template literals?
Template literals. Like when I created that HTML. No, yes, sir. I know about template literals. So if I,
Can you show
like,
me an example for template literals?
yes, sir. Like, mm, I have. Let us. Should I, sir, uncomment,
Yeah, you can
comment,
comment
comment?
it out.
the let number equals to 2 console.log uh, using vertex. The value is so this is template literals.
Okay, okay, fine. Are you aware of event bubbling and event capturing?
No, sir.
Okay, no worries. Are you aware of destructuring?
Yes, sir. I know about the structuring.
What is destructuring?
Like, sir, it is mainly I have used mainly it in props passing. So if I create a prop in the parent component, and I am trying to uh, I just want to use one of the property of that prop object, then I can just in the component function I can just in the parameter I can destructure it by like this. Like there is a function, if there is a function uh, like this, then I can here I can destructure, like I need, if I need data, so I can destructure it data. So we are basically just extracting a specific property
Function. Okay, use
like this is
function.
a component function, like it is a a react component.
Okay, so destructuring you do for only objects, you mean to say,
mm,
not for arrays.
we can do because array is also implicitly in JavaScript, it is stored as a object. So I think we can. I've not much tried about array destructuring, but I think we can do it.
Okay, okay. We'll move to React. Can you tell me what are the React libraries you have used?
In React libraries,
Yes.
uh, sorry, React is one. Is React is a library?
Okay. Like there are React component libraries are there. For example, Bootstrap.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah, I have used a Bootstrap. I have used Bootstrap. Just Bootstrap. I don't think I have used anything else.
Have you used DND? Then there are
No, sir.
different libraries.
No, sir. I have used Bootstrap. I was not aware that it was a library because I thought that React is itself a library.
Yeah, React is a library. I'm asking React component libraries,
Uh,
UI
no,
component libraries.
apart from Bootstrap, I don't think I have used anything else.
Okay. Tailwind style components.
Yes, sir. I have used Tailwind.css. Sir, I am not
Okay, you don't
aware
know
of
their term.
what are these called. I've just
Okay, okay,
used.
fine. What are Axios?
Sir, Axios is used in Express, like uh, to
For
define the Axios request, like put, get, post, delete. We can
so what do
if
you do with the help of Axios? What's the purpose of using it?
to use this functionality, like uh, if we want to use put, get, post this year this, or we import this library, Axios library, into
Okay,
the
okay.
interface.
Tell me, what's the method you use for API integration? API integration, you have done it, right?
Yes, sir.
So what do you use for API integration?
API integration, sir. I'm not.
Have you used Fetch?
Yes, sir. I have fetch.
So you have used Axios as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So these two are used for API integration.
Yes, sir. Uh,
You are not aware of
so I'm not
this?
very much proficient in like using Express and Node.
No, no, it's not Node and all. You take the API and with the help of Axios or Fetch,
But,
we
yeah.
integrate it. Okay,
Yes, yes, sir. I have. We have.
okay,
I have
that's a
done it.
part of front end part. API creation is a part of back
Backend,
end
yes,
part. Okay,
sir.
okay, fine. Okay, you have used Redux.
No, sir. But I
Okay,
know that it is a state management library.
okay, okay, fine. tell me what is context API?
Uh, Context API. So the main function of context API is that it helps us avoid the prop drilling. So if you are using props, like there is a parent component, there is a children component, and there is a grandchildren component, so we have to pass props in each component. So this is very like messy work. uh, so to avoid this, we just define a context provider. First we are getting a context provider, and then we are wrapping our app in that context. So basically what I'm trying to say is that our app is getting wrapped inside a context provider. So if any component of this app now requires any value, it can directly fetch it from the component instead of having it to pass through many layers. It can just bring it from the fetch it from the component.
Why context API came into place? What's the resolution it brings?
So context API was brought into play because I think to avoid the prop drilling.
Okay, okay.
Ma-
And what is prop drilling?
Sir, prop drilling, sir, if there are, let us suppose there is a grandparent component. Inside the
Okay,
grandparent component is a parent component,
okay,
and inside the parent component there is a grandchildren. There is a children component. So
okay.
if I want to pass anything from the grandparent component to the children component, I have to pass it through the parent component first, and then from the parent component I have to pass it to the
Okay,
children component.
okay,
So this is if I in this example I have used three components, but let us suppose there are 100. There are not 100 components, but let us suppose there are 10 or 5 components. Then it becomes a very like menacing job. To
okay,
avoid that, we can use the context.
okay. Got it, Omkar. Okay. What's the difference between use memo and use callback hook?
Sir, use memo.
Yes.
I'm not aware, sir.
Use memo, use callback hook. You are not aware of.
No, sir.
Okay,
Like,
no worries, no worries. Okay. You have used life cycle methods. Are you aware of life cycle methods?
yes, sir. I have used use effect.
Use effect. So, can you tell me for mounting, updating, unmounting, we use the same like same wise use effect, or like have some changes in use effect?
Sir, like if
What
I
are the
if,
parameters we pass in use effect for mounting, updating, unmounting?
if we take the class based component, then there is three
No,
the
that's we are talking about
use effect. Yes, sir.
use
So
effect.
in
So
function.
there is functional components in it, right?
Yes, sir. There is a functional component. In functional component, we use effect. So if we use effect, then inside the use effect there is a first we have our function that is to be called, and there is a dependency array, and there is a that unmounting return function that is
Okay,
there in the use effect. So there are mainly three components. So use effect, first we define the function which we want to trigger when there is a change in our state variable which is mentioned in the dependency array,
okay.
and return function in the middle is just used for unmounting the component. So we can call it if we want to unmount the component from our DOM.
So we use return method for unmounting.
That return function in the middle of the use effect, that unmounting. Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the purpose of keys in React?
Keys, I think, are used for uniquely identifying. Uh, the main purpose is unique identification of components. Of various div or like the HTML components.
Okay,
If we want,
what it helps if we like if we able to identify what it makes it easier.
sir, to selectively, if we have a ID in a component,
Okay,
then we can selectively alter its properties. So
okay, okay. The hooks you have used is use. Have you used use state?
yes, sir. I have used use state, I have used use effect, and I
Okay,
have used use context.
use
Mainly three.
context. Okay, okay, fine. Have you used higher order components?
Higher order components.
Yes. HOC.
Uh, no, sir. I have never used them.
Okay. Okay. No worries. Okay, we will move to HTML. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me what's the difference between data list tag and select tag?
Difference between select tag and data list tag.
Yes. Are you aware of it?
I don't remember the function of these tags.
Okay. Okay. Do you know what it does? You don't know.
I'm
Okay.
not able to recall.
Okay, no worries, no worries. So there is a cell padding and there is a cell spacing. So what's the difference between cell padding and cell spacing?
Cell padding and cell spacing.
Yes.
Okay, I think the cell padding is just if there is a box and let us say there is a div, and inside that div is there we have another element. So cell padding just creates like a space between the two. And if I cell spacing we use, then it creates space between other outer components like.
So suppose there is a content, okay, and there are multiple cells.
Yes, sir.
There is a space between the content
Yes, sir.
and that cell.
Yes, sir.
So what that spacing is known as?
That is our cell padding.
That is cell padding
And the space between the among the components, I think that is the
among the
cell
cells.
cell spacing.
Okay. Do you know what are void elements in HTML?
Void elements. Yes, sir. That does not like image tag. It is a void element.
Image tag.
Image. Yes, sir. If we don't specify any attributes to it, image tag is just a void element, I guess.
What's the specification of void elements? It doesn't have closing tag.
It have self closing. It is self closing.
Is it possible to change an inline element to a block level element?
Void element. Inline element into a block element.
Block level element.
If we use div, then it becomes a block element. So, uh, but if we want to modify it, span using span tag, I think we can do it.
Okay. Tell me difference between em tag and I tag.
Em tag and I tag.
Yes.
Not sure, sir.
I tag you don't know? I tag italic.
Yes, sir. The now I recall that I haven't used that much, so I don't
Okay.
recall.
Okay.
Em is emphasizing, I guess. It
Yeah.
emphasizes the text.
Okay. What is an image map?
Image map is it is like a gallery. I guess it works as a. Not sure, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. No. Okay. Tell me the use of required attribute in HTML.
Required attribute if let us suppose there is a form element, and in the form there are various input elements.
Okay.
If I specified that this input is required, then we cannot leave it empty. We
Okay.
have to put something into it.
Okay. Just tell me the layout of HTML.
Okay, so uh, a basic HTML. So there is HTML tag. There
Okay.
is there is the
Just
uh,
tell me the content section and different sections. That's it.
okay, the head and the body, and inside the body we have header and everything. The body just I'm not sure that what
Okay.
exactly we're asking. Like
Okay. Like there is a header.
yes, sir. There is a header. There is a body tag. The inside the body we have
Inside the body we have.
the our components that we want to render on the page. That is
Okay.
header is just the uh, on the tab if we want like on the top of the tab we want to print something, that is the header just,
Okay.
and all this is wrapped inside the HTML tag.
Okay. Can you tell me the difference between meter tag and progress tag?
Meter and progress. uh, I'm not exactly sure.
Okay,
uh,
fine. No worries. No worries. Okay, we will move to CSS. Okay, can you tell me what is important property?
Important.
There is an important property in CSS. Are you aware of it?
No, sir, I have not used much that property, so I'm not aware.
Okay. How how can you vertically center a text in CSS?
Sir, I think item center. Item center will vertically align. Item
Align.
center. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
What is universal selector?
Sir, the star selector is the universal selector.
Okay. So what it does?
It applies on all the components.
All the components or all the elements?
All the elements. Sorry, sir.
Okay. Okay. How can we add gradients in CSS?
Uh, like ch- there is a gradient property. I guess we have to
Hmm.
put in four different colors, and we specify that there in which direction we want
Okay.
to the grade. I don't remember the exact syntax of that property, but I
Okay.
know that we input the number of colors, and we
Yeah.
also mention the direction we want
Yes.
the gradient to change.
Yes. 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 Okay. Okay. Have you done animation with the help of CSS?
I guess mm, I have not done, but I know that there is a keyframe, I guess,
Okay.
property
Yes.
to
Okay.
do the animation.
Okay. You haven't done. Okay. Okay. Fine. One last question. What's the difference between display none and visibility hidden?
Display none. Okay, in visibility hidden, the it will still take the space. It won't be visible to us, but
Display none.
no, the visibility hidden.
Okay.
The component, the element is still there, but it won't just be visible to us, but it will take the space. But in display none, it won't be displayed, and it won't take any space on the page.
Okay. So, but it will be there in the document, HTML document, the
Mm,
element
the element will be there. Like if I there is a scroll bar.
in display none.
If I yes sir, if I there is a scroll bar and I don't want the scroll bar on my screen, so I can just set it to display none. I will have the still scrolling property, but just that my scroll bar won't be visible. But in hidden, the scroll bar won't be visible, but the scroll bar, the space that was been taken by the scroll bar will still be there.
Okay. Okay. Uh, okay, Omkar. That's it for the interview. Any questions, any queries you have, you can ask me.